Hello and welcome back to the spying game. The Cheka, the GPU, the NKVD, the Soviet Union's state security agency, was known by many names before finally acquiring its most famous, or perhaps I should say its most infamous, the KGB. From 1954 up until the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991, the KGB was run by 8 different chairmen. These were the men primarily responsible for waging the Soviet Union's war of espionage against the decadent capitalist West. Using double agents, illegals, case handlers, and agent provocateurs like chess pieces, they pitted their wits against their American and British counterparts in the CIA, FBI, MI6, and MI5. These were the men who inherited the legacy started by Felix Dzerzhinsky, the man who founded Russia's modern intelligence services. Dzerzhinsky was the leader of the Cheka, the Soviet Union's first secret police organization, which was established in 1918. Sit back now and allow me to briefly introduce you to the 8 Cold War spy masters who ran the KGB from 1954 to 1991. First up is Ivan Serov, the KGB's very first boss, or if you want to be pedantic about it, very first chairman of the Committee for State Security, heading operations from 1954 to 1958. A ladies' man who had previously helped set up the Stasi in the German Democratic Republic. Serov was known for being a bit of a tough guy and having a cunning mind. Next is Alexander Shelepin. He ran the KGB from 1958 to 1961. An ardent communist, Shelepin made the KGB stronger inside the Soviet Union and gained a reputation for being ruthless with people who spoke out against the government. After Shelepin came Vladimir Semichastny, head of the KGB from 1961 to 1967. Shelepin helped remove Premier Nikita Khrushchev from power. He also focused on expanding the KGB's portfolio of international spies and making sure the KGB became indispensable to the new Brezhnev government. Then there's Yuri Andropov, the longest-serving KGB boss, running operations from 1967 to 1982. Stern and efficient, after the death of Leonid Brezhnev in November 1982, Andropov took over as General Secretary of the Communist Party. Many people, including Stasi officer Markus Wolf, were optimistic about Andropov's potential as the leader of the Soviet Union, believing he was the right man to rejuvenate the country after Brezhnev's era of stagnation. But alas, the 69-year-old Andropov died of kidney failure on the 9th of February 1984, leaving his potential as leader of the Soviet Union unrealized. Vitaly Fedorchuk was the man tasked with following Andropov as head of the KGB, running operations from the 26th of May 1982 up until the 17th of December 1982. Lasting only 205 days, you would think Fedorchuk would win the prize for being the KGB's shortest-serving leader, but you'd be wrong. Stay tuned. Next is Viktor Chebrikov, head of the KGB from 1982 to 1988. Chebrikov led the KGB during the premiership of Mikhail Gorbachev and Gorbachev's glasnost and perestroika policies. These controversial policies were to cause big changes in the Soviet Union, changes that would eventually lead to its collapse. Vladimir Kryuchkov is next. He ran the KGB from 1988 to 1991. Kryuchkov's tenure as KGB boss is particularly noteworthy because it includes the infamous August coup, an event he was a key figure in. As part of the State Committee of the State of Emergency, or Gang of Eight, Kryuchkov was one of the leaders of an attempt by hardline Communist Party members to overthrow the Gorbachev government. Kryuchkov and his comrades were of the opinion that Gorbachev's perestroika government reforms were going too far and conceding too much to the pro-capitalist movement led by Boris Yeltsin. Ultimately, though, the coup was unsuccessful. And finally, we have Vadim Bakatin, the KGB's last and shortest-serving leader, lasting just 96 days, from the 29th of August 1991 to the 3rd of December 1991. Bakatin was appointed to, more or less, dismantle the KGB and strip it of its power, just as the Soviet Union itself was falling apart. So, there you have it. The KGB leaders from Serov to Bakatin, 8 key figures of Cold War history. These men helped shape not only the KGB, but also the world of espionage as we know it today. If you found this video intriguing, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And, until next time, remember, keep your secrets safe.